Welcome back, investors, to Ticker Time News. I'm Adam, and today we're talking about Brunswick, ticker symbol BC. Brunswick is up over 42% year to date and has several growth stories within its operating segments and product lines, and has a strong financial footing matched with solid profitability. For those who might not know anything about Brunswick, it operates as a recreational marine company as the manufacturer of pontoons, boats, and yachts with brands like Boston Whaler, Sea Ray, Harris, and Bayliner. And they have marine engines brand Mercury. They also operate recreational marine financing and insurance, plus they own the world's largest shared access boating platform, Freedom Boat Club. Brunswick has had a fantastic start to 2021 with a very healthy recreational marine market, strong boating participation, and outstanding operating performance driving historical financial results, such as operating earnings jumping an astounding 125%. This makes me incredibly bullish on Brunswick due to elevated levels of demand for Brunswick's products, as evident by their full year 2020 results, plus their Q1 2021 results point to even stronger growth in the near term. The full year 2021 forecast, as well as market factors, indicate sustainable growth in the long run. During Brunswick's 2021 Investor Day, they shared an outlook that seems more like an energetic and flexible startup than a well-established company. Brunswick is committed to autonomy and electrification in the recreational marine space. By 2023, they will launch 5 electric propulsion products, with the first product launching in 2022. Over the same time period, they expect to install 15,000 advanced battery systems replacing ICE generators, ICE standing for internal combustion engines. And on top of that, Brunswick will have launched electric boats in 4 different segments. When you think of boats, I'm sure electrification is the furthest from your mind, but not from Brunswick. And the market doesn't look at Brunswick as a fast-growing company or see strong growth on the horizon. The company has been on a tear in the last 3 quarters, growing revenues in excess of 25% for all 3 periods on a year-over-year basis. Add to that their commitment to autonomy and electrification, and you have all the pieces to the puzzle for a company ready to take off on exponential growth. And Q1 2021 came in even better than anyone's expectations, with a revenue growth rate of 48.4% or $1.43 billion, up from $965 million just a year ago. The propulsion segment showed excellent growth as well, with sales of $657.8 million, up from $448.6 million a year ago, boosting its growth rate to a colossal 47% due to continued strong global demand for all product categories and continued market share gains. The parts and accessories segment came in even stronger, with sales of $459 million, up from $301 million a year ago, which puts growth at a whopping 52%, with all businesses in all geographic regions crushing sales. The boat segment reported equally impressive sales of $419 million, up from $291 million, to show a growth rate of 44%. And this is due to increased sales volumes to dealers to meet continued strong retail customer demand. Now, this cannot be overstated enough. The boat segment had an operating margin of 10.9%, well ahead of Brunswick's Next Wave 2022 goal of a margin rate greater than 10%. Overall, 2021 should be able to support the upper end of the projected 9 to 15% revenue growth rate for Brunswick, with the upper end representing $5 billion in sales. So, growth will definitely be stronger than analyst expectations. Margins have largely remained in lockstep with growth, and the expansion seen in the last few quarters has allowed the company to invest more into production and inventory replenishment to support strong market demand. Overall, it's as stable as ever considering historical figures from the past 3 or 4 years. The company's capital allocation model is well balanced between paying down debt, investing in growth, and returning value to shareholders in the form of share repurchases and dividends. Its cash position is strong, with nearly $500 million in cash and marketable securities at the end of Q1 2021. Now, let's talk about dividends. Brunswick has been paying dividends for the past 3 decades. But from a yield perspective, this has never been a very attractive stock. The yield has never gone over 2%, except for a brief period when the pandemic beat down the stock to historic lows. What makes it attractive is the stability of the payouts and the growth over time. This is the 8th consecutive year of dividend growth, with the recent jump being 12.5%. All signs point to Brunswick aiming to join the coveted ranks of a dividend aristocrat over the next 2 decades. Considering that a lot of companies cut their dividends and/or share repurchases during the pandemic, Brunswick stands out as an example of sound financial management. It is investing wisely, constantly deleveraging, and still managing to show top-line growth and returning value to investors. Now, why should Brunswick be on your radar? Well, Brunswick seems to have found its startup roots again in marine products. 2020 was the first full year dedicated to this market, and the company has more than justified the confidence that investors have placed in its ability to keep growing after 175 years of tinkering around in multiple industries. I'm sure you might have heard of a Brunswick pool table, or been to a bowling alley with Brunswick equipment. Those days are now behind Brunswick, as it focuses solely on recreational marine industry. The market, as I said, is yet to catch up, which makes this an attractive investment. If the company intends to keep increasing its dividend every year and eventually make it into the elite Dividend Aristocrat list, the total return between now and then should be enough to tempt any investor. This is a buy and hodl stock. The strength and momentum we're seeing in the recreational boating segment are expected to remain at elevated levels through 2021 and beyond. This is Brunswick's opportunity to make the best of the strong demand that the boating market now enjoys. And I think the company is well positioned product-wise and strategy-wise to achieve that advantage. Do you hold any Brunswick in your portfolio? Or what about any other companies in the recreational marine industry? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you could, smash that like button, click subscribe, and join our family of investors. Thank you so much for watching. You are totally awesome, and I will see you in the next video. You can help out the channel and earn free money while doing it. First, earn $10 worth of Bitcoin by signing up for a BlockFi interest account and depositing $100. Plus, the added benefit to using BlockFi is that you will earn interest of up to 8.6% annually on your cryptocurrency. Second, earn 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850 by signing up to Webull and depositing $100. Click the links below to get started.